You've got to finish the report for your boss. Your future depends on it, but you're exhausted. To keep going, you reach for a little pharmacological assistance. And in a couple of minutes, you get your second wind and you're firing on all four cylinders. Caffeine to the rescue. Ever wondered how caffeine takes you from bored and tired to with it in such a short space of time? In this episode of Better Body Chemistry TV, we explore how caffeine keeps you going and going. Better Body Chemistry TV is brought to you by Dr. Sandy, a scientist turned gremlin buster, helping you battle sugar gremlins, heifer lumps, and other health horribles through Better Body Chemistry. Remember, small things can make a big difference to your health. Now, officially, caffeine acts as an antagonist at the adenosine receptors. There are 4 known variants of the receptor, but caffeine primarily interacts with the A2A receptor. Now, unless you're into pharmacology, antagonist at the adenosine receptor means nothing. So let me try to explain how caffeine works in more familiar terms. We all know that money makes the world go round. It turns out that there's a substance in your body, just like money, that makes your body go round. It's called ATP. Your body takes the food you eat and turns it into ATP in a process known as respiration. Now, respiration is not the same as breathing. Breathing supplies the oxygen needed for chemical reactions of respiration. ATP is the currency used to pay for all the transactions in your body, and the ATP molecule is a big spender. It releases energy in a complex chemical reaction, and this energy drives all the reactions in your body, from muscle contractions to moving molecules from one place to the other, etc., etc., etc. Unfortunately, Mr. Moneybags doesn't save for a rainy day. So when the energy has been consumed, he's left penniless in the form of a substance known as adenosine. If any of you have been in this financial predicament, then you'll know just how demoralizing this is. You really aren't able to go out on the town. So the best thing to do is head for bed. This is what happens in your body. You start the day, hopefully, full of energy, but as the day wears on and you do all the things you need to do, that energy is used up. Eventually, there isn't a lot of energy left, and your body is full of adenosine. The penniless adenosine then goes to his bed. The bed is the ADORA A2A receptor, a special molecule located on membranes throughout your brain. Once adenosine hops on his bed, this signals your body that you should do the same, and you're knocking on the door of dreamland. So let's recap. The more adenosine molecules circulating, the more tired your body feels. Certainly your get up and go has got up and left, and your sunny disposition has left the building too, so you become increasingly grouchy and aggressive. Time to catch a few Z's. The super wise use this signal to have a snooze. However, your boss, teacher, or other slave driver may not be willing for you to take the much-needed rest. So, you reach for your caffeine fix. The caffeine fix may be in the form of coffee or cola or an energy drink, and if you're hardcore, a caffeine pill. The caffeine comes along and tricks the signaling system. The reason this trickery works is because, chemically speaking, caffeine looks a lot like adenosine. Obviously, this is not the case in cartoon world. But the resemblance is enough to allow caffeine to hop on adenosine's bed. But the fit is not perfect. In fact, truth be told, caffeine doesn't find the bed uber comfy at all. Adenosine's intentions are to hunker down and sleep. But caffeine is a stimulant. When caffeine hops on the bed, he is not thinking sleep. But he does his best to hunker down. And this leaves adenosine standing on the sideline, unable to hop on the bed and also unable to keep adrenaline and company in check. In this moment, the go side of your autonomic nervous system is triggered. You're firing on all 4 cylinders. You're primed to deal with a big woolly mammoth or some other horrible. And whether you stand your ground and choose to fight or take flight and make a quick getaway, you'll be making the right decision because your thinking will be sharp as a pin. And as an added bonus, you'll feel good doing it. It takes approximately 10 to 15 minutes to begin to feel a little perky, and the effect will usually last 4 to 6 hours. Go caffeine! But Adora A2A receptors are not all created equal. Genetic variations impact how well caffeine binds to the receptor, and consequently, the magnitude of the stimulant effects experienced. 2 versions are connected with caffeine sensitivity. The most studied of these is the RS5751876 SNP. There are 2 possibilities, a T allele and a C allele. Tea beds are seriously uncomfortable. People with 2 copies of the TT version would be caffeine ninjas because caffeine struggles to settle in. These are the people who proudly declare that they can drink a cup of coffee before bed and sleep like a baby. This is not 100% true. Ninjas are not immune to the effects of caffeine. It can still cause sleep disturbances, but the effect is not obvious. Around 17% of Europeans have this gene. The incidence is a little higher in other communities. If you have a T and a C allele, or worse, 2 C versions of the gene, caffeine is really able to hunker down and keep adenosine out. So caffeine tends to hit harder, making you more likely to feel wired or restless. CC peeps often are not coffee people. But what your Adora A2A receptor looks like is not the only thing contributing to caffeine sensitivity. How efficient your liver is at dealing with caffeine is also very important. It's a topic I'll cover in a different video. The point is, caffeine is a tool. When used wisely, it can power you through life's challenges without derailing your overall health. Of course, caffeine may help you power through a tough day, but the real magic happens when you understand and optimize your body's chemistry from the inside out. Creating better body chemistry is what I help people do every day, whether it's through one-on-one consults or the Better Body Chemistry Accelerator, my membership program, which helps you to do more than just gather health tips, but also implement them so you create lasting health changes. Sign up for my email list today to stay in the loop about what's coming next and get practical, science-based tips delivered straight to your inbox. You'll find the link to the email form in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Remember, small things can make a big difference to your health.